Alright, hello everyone. Today it's a different video yet again because I won't be doing the Simulated Universe Golden Gears for one specific reason. The last time you saw me do Simulated Universe Golden Gears was when I defeated Conjurum level 2. So then I was left with Conjurum level 4 and 6. Basically, I would like to do it by 2 levels. And I have to inform you that Conjurum level 6 and 4 I have defeated. I have done this and I have done this. Why didn't I record it, or why won't there be a video? Because I did it by accident on my phone. I was at school, I was just having some free time, so I tried it, and my runs were insane. And so I just was like, why would I ruin this run? So I just completed it. And I'm not planning to record another attempt with recording. So instead of that, I would like to tell you what I feel like is the best way for you to get the control levels done. So let me start by saying I feel like control level 2 was really simple. It wasn't anything horrible or anything like that. So if you've defeated difficulty 5 and you've unlocked this conjurum level 2, I feel like it shouldn't be that hard, or it's not that big of a jump. It's pretty simple. So there's not much to say to that. I'll go talking about the different paths in just a second. I just want to talk about the levels. Level 4 though, this is where this plus 2 became something like a bit difficult. Phase 3 for the boss of the second plane is enhanced. So let's say I had a pretty decent run that I was recording, but then I got to Svarog. The moment when he's in phase 3 and below 50% HP, if your characters are not fast enough, you don't get a turn. Then he spawns like 4 of his hands, 2 of them which are like charged, so they basically one-shot your team, and they just grab you and you're done. There's nothing to do there. So I feel like this adds the power spike, and it's quite annoying. And then Conjure level 6. I didn't have problem with this, neither with this. Because I'll talk about this in a second, but the Berserker state is... It's... If you can somehow break the weaknesses fast enough, or if you're tanky enough, you won't really care, honestly. It's just, it doesn't boost the enemies that much to the fact that you would care, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. And Control level 8, I haven't even tried that, so yeah. But now let's talk about the paths. I want to talk about that first. So the paths, you can choose from one of the 8. I think there's 8 paths, I'm not sure. Let me quickly check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 different paths. Personally, I feel like if you want the easiest runs, go Nihility. If you own Black Swan, if you own Kafka, if you own Sampo, any like real, or even I feel like what is her name? Rumei. If you own Rumei, just go Nihility. I feel like that's the simplest thing you can do. And if you do go Nihility, what are the, I would say, main points of blessings that you want to get? Energy regeneration for sure. Then I would say this healing one. It doesn't seem like much, but I'll talk about one more blessing in a second. Then this one is for sure another thing that you want anytime that you're running any path. Then I'm not sure how it's called. Give me a second. This one, weakness break efficiency, really good with Sampo especially. I feel like Sampo is really great with this one. And then you want all 3 legendary ones, just to be completely clear. But if you would ask about these 3, which ones do I go for the first, second, and third? I feel like Confusion and Devoid are the best ones. then you get your path more often if you go for this one. And the last one, I would go for this. This just increases the duration. So, and as I was saying, with this, where is it? With this blessing, it's a really good pairing with a legendary blessing from the Path of Abundance, which is right here. That says if someone provides healing, the heal just spreads across everyone, but at 30% of the effectiveness. And honestly, if you use Kafka, let's say, whenever she E's and you have this and the blessing that I said before that heals with the DOT damage, she's a support as well suddenly. She heals as well. Or even Sampo E4 heals as well. So I feel like this is a really good pickup, even if you have Fushwan. Whenever she procs her passive, she also procs this. So I feel like this is a must pick in any composition. And now, if I would go and do Nihility, me personally, now that I like believe myself a bit, I run this team. I run Kafka, Sampo, Black Swan, and Fushwan. I trust my Fushwan enough to tank the entirety of the damage. But if you don't trust it as much, what I used to do before I got Black Swan, I used to run the team like this. Lynx, she has a cleanse, she has a heal, she's, I feel like, a really good character, just overall. So I was using her, but if you just believe yourself, I would put Black Swan here. But if you would like to run Rumei in this team, I would probably take out the Sampo. If you have him E4, he really spikes the team because he procs his wind shear, then you stack more Arcana on that enemy. So that's like a really good thing, but I don't feel like it's like necessary. If you don't have E4 Sampo, you can take him out of the team and put a sustain unit instead of him. So yeah, and I ban propagation and destruction. I don't feel like they're that useful. So yeah, Hunt is really nice to get those more turns, to get more turns in. Addition, you can cast it alt twice. Abundance heals you, preservation. You can get the ones that give you the shield and then just upgrade the shield with the other blessings. And these two are just good to have the bonus effects of interplay. So yeah. So that's Path of Nihility. My second recommended path, which is maybe a bit harder, I would say, is the Path of Erudition. Path of Erudition, let's talk about that. It's a path that I personally didn't think I would like. I didn't understand it at first, but as I played it a bit, I finally understood how it's supposed to be played. It's all about spamming ults. So if you have a character that relies on their ultimate, they're the perfect match for this. Good examples could be Argenti, really good. I personally used Blade, Fushwan, or Jingyuan. Yeah, so those are like really good ones. Or you can even use this on Kafka, but then you would need to have crit Kafka build. That's way better on crit Kafka. But again, what would I recommend you have as the blessings, like those really important ones? This one is, I feel like, one of the best ones. This is really good on the characters that I just said: Argentini, Blade, Fushwan. Amazing on all of them, even Kafka, because AoE attacks increase your attack by 40%. That's almost like 1.5 times your attack, so that's insane. Then another one. These two are generally good as well. Increase the crit rate and crit damage. So you don't have 100% crit rate for your ultimate, then you'll have it with this. But I don't know where did I skip it. This one. Wrath of Interplaced Pipes. So basically, when a character is supposed to be downed, they use all of their energy, and half of the energy that they use will go into their health, or even 100% of the energy that they've consumed. Depends on if you have it upgraded or not. Then this one again, good on everyone. And then, also, honestly, I feel like all of them are really good. I didn't find any of them bad. And let's talk about how this works. Brain in a vat. I'll say it just how I understand it, yeah? If you have this, you get brain in a vat. And if you weakness break someone, it charges the break in a vat. And when you have 100% of that and you use someone's ult, they can ult again. And these are not just the two ways you can do it, but here you have more by killing enemies. Or there's even one, where is it? I'll try to find it quickly. Yeah, here. If you have your ult maxed out, like energy wise, and you should get more energy, it gets converted into brain in a vat. So yeah, I feel like erudition is a really good path as well, pretty easy, and yeah, I would recommend this one as well. And for the third best one that I would say, oh, let me just quickly show you the team that I would be using. Yeah, this was my team. Link's really good for the heal and the cleanse. Fushwan, she stacks her passive by using her ult and it heals. Blade, just good enough damage, I would say, or a heal as well. And Jingyuan to stack his lightning lord. I have propagation and remember it's gone because I don't feel like those two are that good, because you use a lot of ease on Jingyuan, so you don't use the propagation that much. It would be nice to have on Blade, but I don't feel like it's that important. And Remembrance, I don't feel like you need it. These are just the better ones, especially the Destruction with Blade and Fushuan is really good. So yeah. And the last path is actually, I feel like it's a tie between two for me. It's Elation and Propagation. Alright, Elation, let's go for that. Elation is here from the beginning of the game. This is the team I was using, same as the erudition one, but you can run Clara there, so you have a physical weakness break. Or even Himiko, Herta, there's a lot more follow-up attack characters, but wrong tab. Elation. Just Elation is a really good combination with erudition. I would like to quickly add on. If you get this, that your ultimate counts as a follow-up attack and you have a lot of blessings, and then get a lot of erudition as well, then you can just one-shot everything. Honestly, it's insane how much damage it deals and how often then you can use your ultimate. But yeah, I feel like erudition is just elation is self-explanatory. It's really good. Follow-up attacks are really nice to have as well. Take a turn when it's not your turn. I don't think I need to speak much about this. It's just insane. If you're struggling and you are free to play, I feel like, and you've played like Herta or you have Himiko or Clara, I feel like elation is a really good thing for you. And the second option, propagation. If you have Imbitral Nay, I highly recommend this, or QQ as well. This is just way too good, honestly. Especially when you have the spores prepared. Then, yeah. I even had a run where I could have like 4 turns or 5 turns in a row with just Imbitral Nay. So, yeah. And for the blessings again, I would say the important ones are, well, these two. Just increase your crit damage and crit rate of the basic attack. This one is also insane. And the other ones that, yeah, to the ejected allies it deals 35% of the damage of the single target enemy. Yeah, this is just insane. And it's really good with the hunt as well, I would say. A good combination between these two. And for that team I am using let me quickly show you propagation. Imbibitable Day, Link's Blade, and Fushuan. I have erudition crossed out because I don't feel like needing it that much. And Nihility because none of my characters would use Nihility buffs. So yeah, that's all the paths that I'll be using. I'm not saying the other ones are bad or anything like that, but I feel like these are the best ones you can use. So that's that. And now let's go for the dices. Again, I'll just say what I think are the best 3 dices that you can have, yeah? And how to play around them. What are like the basic concepts of them. So, number 1, honestly, I would say is this one? I cannot read. No, apologies, this one. First one, this is just simple, really simple. It's a dice that says if you enter occurrence abnormal, or reward domain, you get a blessing and it upgrades your passive of the path. And for the dice size that I have, this basically claims all your reward domains or anything that you cannot reach. This claims your elite fights that you don't want to fight. This is a bit of a random one that you can get lucky on and get your rewards doubled. This is what you copy the double rewards with. This is if you're not like strong enough, if you don't feel strong enough, that's when I would use this dice. Just to have it easy to go through reward to reward to reward and get strong by that. And the last one is just a good one, I feel like, in any situation, is increase the speed of all allies in the next combat. So yeah, I feel like this is a really good one. Simply said, try to copy as much reward domains as possible and get through them. It's simple as that. My second best option, I would say, is this one right here. For me personally, it's the top option, but the first one is easier. This one is just... it won me all of the control levels. This says, basically, when you spend 100 of your cosmic fragments, for every 100 cosmic fragments that you spend, you get the passive bonus of the path. And when you're buying Blessings, Curio, or Enhance anything from Herta or Screwroom, you get 30% of that back. Let me show you the dice. You discard a Curio to get a point in countdown. Again, you claim the elite or combats that you don't want to fight. This is when you enter a transaction domain, you obtain 150 cosmic fragments. Copy of the transaction. This is a bit of a risky one. You consume one of your skill points to have 200 cosmic fragments, but if you use those 200 cosmic fragments, you deal 18% more damage from the DOTs. And this transforms elites or adventure domains or reward domains into transaction domains and gain cosmic fragments. Quickly note to this, what you want to aim for is some specific curios that I will show you here. The curios that you want to get as soon as possible. This is the best one that you can get from the start. Whenever you enter a transaction domain, you get 150 cosmic fragments. That's, I feel like, the best one. And then if you have this one, try your hardest to get this one. It says, after obtaining this curio, cosmic fragments obtained will be increased by 100%, but blessings will no longer be obtained after combat. Let me explain. As you've heard about the dice, or as I told you what the dice does, one of the sides says it will give you 200 cosmic fragments. If you have this, it gives you 400. Or you can gain 150 cosmic fragments, you get 300. If you get 100, you get 200. And with this, you can just buy out Scroom's shop and just have blessings from there. You don't need them from the combat. And the third really important one as well is this one. Reduce the prices for the shop items in transaction domains by 30%. If you have these three, I feel like you should be clear. I'm thinking if there's anything else. This is also nice, this is as well, but these are not as important as the 3 ones that I showed you. If you have these two, today that I did the run, the Conjurum level 6, I spent 1120 cosmic fragments in Scroom shop, so I bought out everything, and I got like 650 back. So I basically paid half. So if you have these two, you're just in the clear, I would say. These two are really great, and this one is insane as well. So that's that dice, and the last dice that I would recommend the most. Right, and the last one that I would recommend the most is this one right here, Walker Symbiosis. So it basically applied knowledges to the spaces on the board, which are those like red hollow marks, I would say. They're just highlighted by red. And when a domain receives knowledge, it will generate a random beacon. And when an ally enters a domain with knowledge on it, it will take the passive effect of the path. When I was trying it, I was using this base dice, and I feel like it's great. I don't have anything against it. So this is a really good one as well. So yeah, but I think that's it. That's everything you need to know about Golden Gears and how to get through it. So I hope this will help you in some kind of way. If you need help with anything else, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to help as many of you as possible. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like or subscribe. It will only take you a few seconds of your time, but it will help me to keep going with this. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.